Susan Page, Washington Bureau Chief of USA Today, and this is Capitol Download. We're on the grounds of the Capitol with Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren. Thanks so much for being with us.
Oh, it's good to be here.
You have a new book out. It's called A Fighting Chance. What does that title mean, A Fighting Chance?
What it really means to me is that's all anybody wants. We're not looking for special breaks. It's just a fighting chance for every kid. I grew up in a family that had a lot of ups and downs and some really tough times. But I also grew up in an America that was investing in kids like me so that I got a fighting chance and ended up right here in the United States Senate. I come here to do the same thing for the rest of our kids.
You write that the system is now rigged, rigged against ordinary people.
Yep.
What do you mean when you say that?
I mean that this place really works for those who can hire armies of lobbyists and lawyers. If you are a giant corporation, you can band with other corporations, and boy, you can make sure that your voice gets heard in Washington. If you're a billionaire, there are plenty of people to watch out and protect your tax breaks. But if you're just a regular family, your voice gets lost in a place like this.
Now, your critics, including some of your fellow senators who refused to confirm you to head the Consumer Financial Protection Board that you helped create, your senators say you don't really appreciate the free market and that you don't understand, for instance, the role that the big banks play. Are they right?
No. They're very wrong on this, and it's wrong in both senses. I love markets. I think markets are terrific. I think they collectively make us all richer and create real opportunities for us. But that's only if the market is on the level. If it's a market in which one side gets to cheat, in which they get to sell you a mortgage that you think is a price here, but in fact it's way up here and it's going to cost you your home, then that's not a market that's doing anything other than enriching just a tiny few. And the big financial institutions, no, the problem is not that I don't understand what they do. Their problem is that I understand exactly what they do.
So tick off three things you think Washington should do now, do this year to help Americans.
They should deal with student loans. We should bring down the interest rate on student loans. We should raise the minimum wage, and we should take on Social Security.
What are the odds that those get addressed this year?
Well, I guarantee that if you don't fight for them, the odds are zero.
Republicans are increasingly optimistic that they're going to gain control of the Senate in the November midterm elections. How much difference will that make if they succeed in the final 2 years of President Obama's tenure?
I think it would make a huge difference if the Republicans took control of the Senate. And for one thing, it's the Senate that does consent if, for example, we get a Supreme Court nominee. If for some reason there's another vacancy on the Supreme Court, the president could nominate someone, but if Republicans have control of the Senate, I don't know how we'd ever get them through. I think it's really important to deal with student loans. If we're not able to do it this year, then I'm back next year to talk about this. But if the Republicans are in the majority, they're going to make sure that we don't even get a chance to bring it to the floor to talk about it.
You are a law professor. You're an expert on bankruptcy. You're kind of wonkish, proudly wonkish.
Yeah.
And yet you have become a leader, a hero to the populist movement. How has that happened?
I don't think this is really about me. I don't. I think this is about the ideas. I think the moment has come. America's middle class has just been hammered for a generation now. And I don't mean just over one thing. It's been everywhere. It's been over income, it's been over education, it's been over housing, it's been over retirement. It's just bang, 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 where the big guys just keep pulling in more and more and more of the profit and leaving families struggling. People get it, that this system is rigged. I just give it voice.
Some Democrats say you are too far to the left, that you'll cost the party its chances of continuing to hold the White House. What do you say to them?
I say they're just wrong. This is not far to the left. Let's ask the American people how they feel about raising the minimum wage. Most people agree that that's the right thing to do by about 2 to 1. Let's ask them whether or not the United States government should still be making billions of dollars in profits off student loans. They think that that's a bad idea by about 3 or 4 to 1. Let's ask them if Social Security should be stabilized over time, and in fact, if payments should be increased for those who depend on it, and they agree that should be done. 2 to 1, 3 to 1. Look at the numbers out there. These ideas, this is mainstream. This is where America is.
Last question has to be about 2016. Crystal Liz in the Washington Post wrote the other day that you were the only Democrat with a clear path to win the nomination over Hillary Clinton. What do you think about 2016 and all the speculation that has surrounded you?
I'm not running for president. We have races in 2014 that we have got to focus on. We have issues that can't wait. I can't say to a young person who's struggling with college loan debt, I'll deal with this in 2 years, in 3 years. No, these are the things we need to be doing right now.
You're not running for president, and you won't run for president.
I am not running for president. I'm working on these issues right now.
Senator Elizabeth Warren, thanks for joining us on Capitol Download.
Thank you.